Okay, this is a video for Objective 1 in the money textbook, so it should be in the book that looks like this. Looks like it cut off a little bit there, but we're on page 1 here, which is calculate gross pay given an hourly wage. So this would be, I would classify it as one of the easier objectives. Some of you taking the course may have already passed this in a previous course. Which in that case you can stop watching the video now and go to the next objective. But if you haven't done this one yet, it's one main formula here, which there's variations of, but you're going to take the wage times hours equals your gross pay. Now what gross pay is the amount of money you've earned before any taxes or deductions have been taken out. So it's just the amount that you've earned. It's not always the amount you get. That'll be the net pay, and we'll talk about that later. But let's take a look at 6 problems here. But they're all going to be some sort of way being wage times hours. So number 1, he earns $9.40 per hour. He works 6.5 hours on Tuesday. How much did he earn on Tuesday? So all that is, his wage is $9.40, hours 6.5. You just multiply. Go ahead and use a calculator. Answer is $61.10. Number 2, she earns $14.65 per hour as an assistant manager. She works 40 hours each week and gets paid every 2 weeks. How much is Miss Martinez's gross pay for the 2 weeks? So there's a couple different ways you could go about doing this, but I kept it in this form. Wage is $14.65. Hours, there's one extra step you have to do. It's for 2 weeks. It's 40 hours a week times 2 weeks. That gives you this 80. So now we take the $14.65 times 80, you get $1,172. Number 3, she works 8-hour days and is paid $25.50 per hour. Last month she worked 21 days. How much did she earn in the month? So always look at what they're talking about. Look at the information. What are they asking for? Here it's for the month. Okay, so she gets the wage is $25.50 per hour. We have to find the total number of hours. So she works 8 hours a day, or 8-hour days. She did 21 days, so you multiply those. That gives you 168 total hours. Times that by the $25.50. It's $4,284. Number 4, Dr. Chang works 12-hour shifts in an emergency room. Last month he worked 6 shifts. That means 6 times he worked for 12 hours, but he earns $119 per hour. How much did Dr. Chang earn last month working as an emergency room physician? So wage is big, $119. He works 12 hours a time, and he did that 6 times. So we take the 12 times 6, 72. So that's the total number of hours that he worked times 119 per hour, 8,568. Number 5, he charges $40 per hour for music lessons. Last month he taught 60 hours. How much did he earn last month? Okay, so this one's straightforward. He makes $40 an hour. He taught for 60 hours. Multiply them, 2,400. Okay. And last one, number 6, he makes $13.80 per hour. He works 10-hour days, 4 days a week. How much did he earn in 3 weeks? That's the key right there, 3 weeks. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. I did it kind of in 2 steps. So you could do it in 1 step, but just more multiplication in that 1 step. But here, He works 10-hour days, 4 days a week, so that's the 40 hours. That times the wage of $13.80 gives you $5.52 per week. So that you have to understand that that was just per week. Now, when you know that per week, now you could, any number of weeks they ask, you could figure it out. In this case, they asked for 3 weeks, so we just take that $5.52 per week times 3, and we get to $1,656. Okay, so that's objective 1. That's a good one to get started with if you haven't passed it yet. After you've watched this video, what you should be doing is going to the Money Math workbook, whether it's for this class or another class. For summer 2020, it looks like this. If it's a different class, it'll just have a different cover. And again, on these, you don't need to do every problem. You just need to practice what you need to. So there's 12 problems for objective 1 you could practice with the answers right here. Okay. In this box, it'll always show the answers, so you can check your answers. But if you don't need to do all 12, don't. Okay. Move on. Look at whatever this class is asking you to do. If it's the summer 2020, you should be asking for a test on 4 objectives at a time. So look for 3 other objectives, and then ask for your test. If you have any questions, let me know.